Welcome to a special message from a voice crying in the desert outreach. Today, our friend Keith Hartley, one of our ministry partners, is going to bring you a special message today, something from his heart that looks at where he has been in life, where God has brought him from, and what he wants to do for anyone who is in similar situations. Understand, there's no one that's too bad for God. There's no one that's outside the reach of God. You simply have to make the decision that you want to be of God. And when you do, then you will find the peace and the joy and the love that God has for you. And so now we'll turn it over to our friend Keith Hartley here, and he is going to come and he's going to share with you today. Have a
Hey, everybody. My name's Lucifer. Oh, wait, don't go nowhere yet. Don't go, just because the name is misleading, it's really not that bad. I am your buddy. Just call me Lou, okay? Now, I've been watching you all your life. You don't realize I'm around, but I'm here. Take it or leave it. It is what it is. But I've noticed you've been doing really, really good here lately. No smoking, no drinking. It's been going on for quite some time now. That's great. You are really a strong person for that. I have a great idea. Okay, just hear me out. Okay, since I'm your buddy, I think that I should take you out and we should celebrate. No bad habits like this, man. You got this in the bag. Okay, so I know this bar down the street, not too far away from here. You can smoke, you can drink, you can do anything that you please. They probably wouldn't even throw you out starting a fist fight. They don't care over there. They'll be fine. So let's head on over there. Oh, here we are already. What do you know? This place is popping. Check that band out over there. Here, man, have a cigarette. Have a smoke. You can do it. Okay, you can do it because you've got this. You are strong enough just to give it up the next day. You can have a drink. No big deal. You got it. Okay, I've got your back. Got your best interest. Like I said, I'm Lucifer. I mean Lou, not Lucifer, just Lou. Okay. So go ahead and have it. Enjoy yourselves. Tomorrow is Sunday morning. You get up, go to church. Everything's gonna be all forgiven. Yeah, it's all gravy. Yeah. So go ahead, light up. Oh my gosh. Would you look at that over there? That's a beautiful girl out there. A good looking guy on the dance floor. You go out there and dance with them and stuff. And just check them out. Ooh, man. Okay. We had a good time tonight. I'm getting very tired myself. I don't know about you, but it's 3 o'clock in the morning now. And I think it's about time to get home. We were good and drunk, just walk on home. We'll be safe that way. We won't get caught for drinking and driving. We don't want the trouble from the law. We don't want to ruin the vibe too much. Well, here it is, next morning. Oh my goodness. I don't know about you, but I've got such a bad hangover. I smell like cigarettes. Oh yeah, this is just bad. But that's okay though. We got this in the bag. We're just quit the next day. Look out to church! What do you mean church? No, we can't go to church like this here. This is unacceptable. We'll just forget about church for one day. We can always go next weekend. It will be fine then, okay? We'll just go ahead and nurse this hangover. Tonight, just relax again. We'll have another drink, smoke a few more cigarettes. Maybe even some cigars. That's what we need to do. We'll just have a few more drinks tonight. Here's one right now. I always heard that the hangover is best if you nurse it by another beer. So, I haven't had another beer. Got it right over there in the cooler. So, go and grab yourself one. Now, I mean, temptation. No, I am not tempting you. I am your buddy. Okay, I'm new. No, I'm not Lucifer. Remember, don't call me Lucifer. Just call me Lou. Okay? I'm your buddy. I'm here to help you out. So, go and grab yourself another drink. You're going to need fine. We can redo this all over again tomorrow. So, and then everything will be good to go. Now, I'm Keith. It's nice to meet everybody. Let me get this warm leather jacket on. That's the world that we're living in today. That is Satan's tool. That is Lucifer's main tool right there. To get a hold of you. He wants you. And that's how he's going to do it. And it's not just going to stop there. You think he's going to tell you that you are strong enough to give this up the next day. Trust me, I know. I've been there. I smoked. I've drank. As a matter of fact, this wasn't just an act. This is the way I used to be towards people. Okay? I was on the dark side. I basically gave my life to Satan. One of the worst mistakes you could ever do. But one of the best mistakes, one of the best things I've ever done was giving my life to the Lord. And he forgave me for all that stuff that I've done in my past. It feels pretty good now. I'm glad I left it behind. But the problem is that it's not just me. There's millions of other people that are still out there the way I used to be. There's people out there that want to tempt you, that are still on that dark side, that are still listening to Satan. He is talking to them. They block out the Lord. They don't want nothing to do with God. They want everything to do with Satan. Because that's the way they choose to be. And they want you to be under that rule with them. They want power over you. So they're going to be Satan's tool. And they're going to come after you because they want that power over you. Everybody gets tempted. But who doesn't tempt us? The one that does not tempt us is God. It states it right there in the Bible. As a matter of fact, I'm going to pull up a few scriptures right now. Just give me one moment here. Temptation. James 1:13 states that God cannot be tempted with evil, nor does he tempt anyone. God will not tempt you. God tests you. He wants, and the thing about testing, okay, let me explain testing. God knows all. He knows the outcome. He knows what's going to happen. But he needs to test you, that way you know where you are in your life. That way you can become a stronger person and more of a faithful servant to God. It's like a mother and father of a child. They're going to test us. They want us to be stronger. They want us to last in this world. But in order to do that, they've got to teach us. That's what God does. Let's pull up another one here. Submit yourself. Was it James 4:7? Submit yourselves, therefore, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you. So what's that saying to us? Okay? Submit yourself to God. You must be able to do that. You must be able to submit yourself to God. You must be able to ask him for help. Because yes, we are going to be tempted. today. We're going to be tempted every day. James back there behind the camera, he gets tempted every single day of his entire life. I, myself, I get tempted every single day of my life. God himself, Jesus, the devil tries to tempt them. He wants to see them do wrong. That way he can throw it in our faces. Hey, look what happened. Look what they did. If they did it, you can do it too. But they're not going to let that happen. No. They're not going to let that happen. Because they want us to be like them. But we'll get on another kind of jump. Seeing myself jumping around here a little bit. But when it comes to submitting yourself, that means also means you have to be able to ask for that help. God is here for you through prayer. If you can ask God for help through that temptation, He will give you that strength. Of course, you're going to have to do a little bit of elbow grease, okay? You're going to have to put a little bit of your energy in there too. You're going to have to be able to walk away from whatever it is that's tempting you, whether it's cigarettes, whether it's beer, whether it's, lust, anything. You have to have that willpower, that elbow grease, to be able to walk away from that. God's going to give you the strength. But you have to be able to go yourself as well. So, let's go ahead and do another scripture here. James 1:12-16. Blessed is a man who remains steadfast under trial. For when he has stood the test, he will receive the crown of life, which God has promised to those who love him. Let no one say, when he is tempted, I am being tempted by God. Okay, stop right there for a minute. Nobody can say that. Because what I said before, God does not tempt you. Satan tempts you, but God does not tempt you. Okay? All right, let's continue. For God cannot be tempted with the evil. We'll stop right there again. As you noticed before, I said, God cannot be tempted for evil. So that means he wants us to be like him. And we are an embodiment of God. We are created in his image. So therefore, we have to be able to resist. Let's go ahead and continue a little further. Where was I? But each person is tempted when he is lured and enticed by his own desire. The desire, when it's conceived, gives birth to sin. And sin, when it's fully grown, brings forth death. Do not be deceived by beloved brothers. Okay. What does that mean? Beloved brothers. That's the people you walk alongside of every single day. That's your everyday life. You go to work, and then somebody at work is going to say, hey, we're all going to the bar tonight. This is great. You come join us, have a few beers. That was for you. You had a problem in the past that you need to fix? I know I have. I have to try that. I noticed that. Maybe going to the bar to get Christ isn't a good idea. Of course, I'll have some talks. I'll give you a couple of times here or there. But I'm not going to forget somebody else doing something that I know is going to continue I know they're wrong. So, you must be able to have that strength. I know it takes a lot of pride to ask for that. But at the same time, you have to understand that this is you and God. Nobody else. It's you and God alone. Doesn't take a lot of pride to ask for help. There's no reason that you pray, please. Say that little prayer. That's where you feel comfortable going to ask for the next thing.